there aren't too many themes you can take from preseason games in general. There's obviously the big lineup that Miami was using. That's obviously a hot topic with Bam and Yurt. There's the younger guys that are trying to get adjusted and maybe find a way into the rotation and find minutes somewhere. But there was another kind of theme and storyline from this game that I think wasn't really expected heading in, and that surrounds Tyler Herro. We know what he is as a scorer. He basically had another in limited minutes, still had a pretty good scoring game in general. Him and Bam both had 22. But there was a conversation we had in last year's postseason, which was about the blitzing, about setting two on the ball, how he would react. They basically eliminated him in the postseason from being effective just because of that reason. And the funny thing is, to open up a preseason game, he saw blitzing in the first preseason game of the season. And I don't think he expected that. Like he this is something he's worked on all offseason because he knows it's coming. Teams know that it bothers him. Like that's why we're seeing it in the first preseason game. But I just want to go through the possessions that they did blitz him and just show how it progressed throughout this game, because there was only about 5 or 6 times that we saw it, and just show how he kind of reacted to it throughout. So the first time he saw it, this is what I mean by he wasn't expecting to see it in his first preseason game, because as he goes right here, he's just going to throw the normal roll to Bam, and 2 are flying at him. That is not the expectation in a game like this. So now we're going to move forward. Now he's expecting a little bit more. So now this is incorporating the things he's worked on all offseason. How does he counter the blitzing? There's different ways to go about it, and he kind of shows off each one throughout this game at different points. So the first one right here, you're going to see Tyler shoot up, back up right here to get the ball. He's going to flow left into a pick and roll. 2 are going to fly right here. What does he do? He's going to get the ball out of his hands quick. That's one of the keys here. You have to get it. You cannot sit on the ball unless you're going to retreat, which we'll see a little bit later, but gets the ball out of his hands quick and into the hands of Dedmon. Now his next reaction is just to be eliminated. He knows that he can now shoot right back and make the defense move and now make them kind of react to him constantly. So after he kind of gives the ball to Dedmon, as I go back right here, he's going to shoot back, comes right back around the screen, fires. He's going to miss it, but that's a good look. That's a look that he hit in this very game. That's a look that the Miami Heat are going to take time and time again. They want that shot off a pull-up like that. But that's a good look. And just to see the fact that he's reacting that quickly, getting the ball out, it's clearly a focus of his this offseason. So now moving on to the next one. This is a little bit later. Another kind of pick and roll with Dedmon, 2 shoot off. This is the opposite. You can either get it out of your hands quick if he's going to if the roller and Dedmon's going to stay stationary. But this time, as you see, he's going to retreat all the way back. He's going to take it. He's going to make a decision. Do you want to guard me at half court and have the kind of 4 guys on the backside against 3 defenders? You can make that decision. Obviously, now he doesn't like that. He's going to retreat. As you see the big going back, Tyler waits. The key here as well, after he waits and kind of waits for the big to kind of retreat, now this is when it gets back to the major point where we talk about isolations. Can he be an isolation scorer? Because the only way to kind of fully get by the blitzing stuff is to not ask for the screen in the first place. You have to be a one-on-one scorer at some points. Right here, after he kind of allows him to go one-on-one and gets the ball back, now it's his time to shine. He blows right by, gets a nice little lay-in. That's the stuff that can make the difference. Like if you're able to kind of push that aside and find counters to that, which I think he will throughout this regular season, we'll see how it translates into the postseason. But in the regular season, there's ways to go about it, and it's just some early good signs to show that this was a focus of his in the offseason. Another one, as I go back again, he's going now that Bam's in. Now he's rolling with Bam. Right here, he's waiting, blitz. The thing about this is he's waiting. The last time when I showed the first clip, he was not expecting. He threw kind of a lazy pass over the top to Bam as a roller. Now he's expecting a little bit more. He's going to throw this lob pass over the top so the big can't get to it. Or big, when I say Kyle Anderson, throws it over the top to Bam. Now Bam can go on the backside. Yurt's in the corner. And that's an easy 3. Guys are going to help off Bam if he's in the corner, and they're going to help off Yurt if he's in the corner. If either one of them can capitalize, which most likely Yurt at this point, it changes things. That's a whole other conversation with the big man lineups. But that's what makes this interesting, is because guys are going to be open if Tyler is running these type of pick and rolls and they're blitzing. It's just the way it is. If there's 2 on the ball, somebody is going to be open. If Tyler can make that initial read, initial feed, initial pass, somebody's going to get an open look, and that's how Miami's offense kind of thrive. Last one, similar look right here. You're going to see a screen with Omer. Another kind of example of using the entire floor. He knows now the other way to get about it, like I just said, is to retreat a little bit, make that big, make a decision. And as you see right here, he utilized the entire half court. Like he's going to make sure that they know that he can find a retreat right here. He has to recover. He makes an incredible one-handed skip pass down low. Omer just misses, but those are very good reads. Like aside from that first kind of surprising blitz that he saw, he was able to react throughout this game. Yes, I know this is his first preseason game. There's still time to evaluate him. There's still some things to kind of work on in that department. But this is good signs, I guess, for offseason development, just seeing what he's able to do against the blitzes throughout the rest of the season.